Bally's 1978 Power Play, where Bobby Orr is featured here playing for the Blackhawks. Story coming later about how that happened. Dr. Dave's Pinball Restorations, over 60 hours of work here. This is a playfield swap. The other playfield was damaged, so we put a CPR playfield in here. Very nice playfield, clear coated. And we built all the putt bumpers with new parts, all the flippers with new parts, rebuilt everything on it, including buffing all the metal. And did a lot of work on this game to bring it back to life. We pinned the connectors, new wheelie board for the MPU. It's super reliable. The one was had alkaline damage to it, the MPU. Did some cabinet touch up on it. And put new drop targets in, of course. And putt bumper caps and so forth. Original plastics, which we flattened, which came out great. And a little history to this game. This is, again, 1978, January, so just on the cusp of 77, right over to 78. 13,750 of these games made. And another one of Mad Dog Dave Christensen artwork masterpieces to join his other colorful creations like Fireball, Wizard, Old Chicago, Mata Hari, Nitro Ground Shaker, and Captain Fantastic. Another epic teaming up with game designer Greg Mayak, who worked with Dave on most of the games mentioned, as well as these other great titles, Bow and Arrow, Harlem Globetrotters, Paragon, Skateball, and Xenon. As for how Bobby Orr wound up in a Blackhawks uniform for this game, on June 24, 76, Orr signed that multi-million-dollar contract with the Blackhawks. Toronto lawyer Al Eagleson was Orr's agent. He was not only the most powerful agent in the league, but also the executive director of the NHL Players Association. Al's closest friend was the owner of the Chicago Blackhawks, who desperately wanted Orr as he saw him as a ticket to win the Stanley Cup. They last won in '61. The Bruins, however, made a generous offer to retain Orr, but Orr had no idea how generous it was, since Orr let his agent Eagleson do the negotiating for him. The talks between Eagleson and the Bruins began late in '75 because of his previous litany of injuries. Orr knew that this would be the next contract with the Bruins could be his last contract because he had so many injuries. He had no intention of leaving the Bruins. He wanted security and he wanted to finish out his career in Boston. But unfortunately, as always, he left the negotiating to Eagleson. Orr had been led to believe the Bruins had no intention of keeping him. Eagleson said he would get a guaranteed multi-million-dollar contract signing with Chicago. It would, in fact, be the biggest in NHL history. Without knowing all the facts, especially the huge contract the Bruins had in store for Orr took Eagleson's word that the Blackhawks' offer was the best. It was later disclosed that Eagleson convinced Orr to sign with the Blackhawks without informing Orr of the Bruins' lucrative offer. In retrospect, that was the most appealing offer, since he wanted to remain with what had been his one and only NHL team. Orr trusted his agent and kept telling him I want to stay with the Bruins. And his agents kept saying, Bobby, Chicago's the one that's guaranteeing $3 million. Boston hasn't made anywhere near that kind of offer. The Bruins had in fact offered a much better contract than Eagleson ever indicated. Bruins had made Orr probably the best offer in hockey history, maybe in Boston pro sports history. A 5-year contract, in fact, with an 18.5% ownership stake. Orr later said he never knew of Boston's offer. He was never given the details of the offer, or he would have stayed with the Bruins. But at least Chicago pinball manufacturer Bally was very thankful he did sign with Chicago, as they could now call them their own and proudly display him in a Chicago Blackhawks uniform on their game, as we see here. So let's play a little power play. And this is, of course, I should mention this is a customer's game that restored for him. We can get more of these if people like power play. It's a great game. It's a lot like Mata Hari, except it's a little tougher. You do an up post here, down post when you hit those. That gives you up post, and that gives you up post. These give you multipliers here. So let's give it a roll here and see how she plays. post is up, which is good. Get that last drop target there, so we can get that one. Nope, just missed it. Maybe the center hole. Yes. There we go. And nice side over there. See if we can get the other ones there. Okay. Get in there. Extra ball is always good. It's tough to get in this game. Maxed out the bonus now. And a special. Fantastic ball one here so far. I'll take that for ball one. The game was maxed. Only thing to go at that point would be that center hole all the time at this point, since everything else is maxed out. We also rebuilt the chimes, of course, so a nice little after ring to them. Oh, that was bad. Should also mention we put in warm LEDs everywhere for the GI and some color LEDs in the head as well as warm GI. And we did one LED blinker at the puck down there for a little Easter egg, a little something fun to do. Otherwise, we put regular incandescent under the feature lights. Last, oh, we got ball two here. We got plenty of play left here in the second period. Around the horn there. Let's go. Oh, out she goes. All right. Ooh, that's dangerous. And there she goes. Could this be the high score? It might be. I don't know. It is the high score. Sweet. We'll take that. So that was Bally Bobby Orr's Power Play with Bobby Orr in the Blackhawks outfit that short-lived, but Bally grabbed him during that time and worked out pretty well. Great game. Lots of fun. Dr. Dave's Pinball Restorations.